Okay, so count with me, okay? So what do we start at? 0 halves, 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves.
How? It's 2. It's 4.
This is 1 half, right? Then it's 2 halves. Then what comes after 2 halves? 3 halves. And then 4 halves, right? Okay, now we're going to count backwards, okay? So we have 4 halves, 3 halves, 2 halves, 1 half, 0 halves, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to count by the whole number. Okay, so the whole number starts with what? 0, okay? So 0, 1 half, 1, 3 halves, 2, okay? And then we're going to count backwards. 2, 3 halves, 1, 1 half, 0, okay? Okay, so what do we have? Oops, okay, what do we have here? Look at the number line, you guys.
4.
Guys, we raise our hand. We don't shout out.
What's that? Fourths. Okay. So what are we gonna? Oh. Okay. So what? We're going from 0 to 2, right? Okay. And what are we going up each time?
We'll show them where 1 is first.
Oh. Okay.
No, just like tell them.
Oh. Okay.
With the mouse or something.
Okay. So this is 0. Where would 1 be on the number line? If 2 is over here, how many intervals are in between? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 fourths is 1 whole. So here's our 1 tick mark, and then we have 1, 2, 3 more intervals until we get to 2, right? So we're going up by fourths, okay? So count with me. What do we start at? Everybody needs to participate. Bench, Gavin, Maddie, are you guys with me? Okay, come on. All right, 0 fourths, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths, 5 fourths, 6 fourths, 7 fourths, 8 fourths. Okay, and then we're going to count backwards. So we have 8 fourths, 7 fourths, 6 fourths, 5 fourths, 4 fourths, 3 fourths, 2 fourths, 1 fourth, 0 fourths. Okay, and now we're going to count starting with, we're going to count just the whole numbers. Okay, so what do we start with? 0, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 1, 5 fourths, 5, 6, 7 fourths, 2. And what do you guys see here? Where's 1 on our number line? Bench, Gavin?
It's not in the number line. It's like in the middle of the
So right here?
Yes.
So what am I going to go by up each time to get to 1? By thirds, right? So, because we have 2 intervals before we get to 1, and then 2 more intervals before we get to 2. Okay, so what do we begin with, guys? 0 thirds. Okay, let's begin. 0 thirds, 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds, 4 thirds, 5 thirds, 6 thirds. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and go backwards. 6 thirds, 5 thirds, 4 thirds, 3 thirds, 2 thirds, 1 third, 0 thirds. Okay, and now we're going to count by whole numbers. Okay, so starting with 0, 1 third, 2 thirds, 1, 4 thirds, 5 thirds, 2. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want you guys to do is everybody get your paper rulers out of your envelopes.
do I turn on this camera? Turn off?
Turn
Oh,
on.
Okay. And you could just turn that page over so you can't see it forever.
Okay, so now on the ruler that we did on Friday, do you guys, it should be no talking, guys. Remember how it was already divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for us?
Hold on, everybody has it out. Make sure they all have it out.
Maxwell? Oh, you don't have one? Do we have an extra one?
Where's yours?
He wasn't here on Friday.
But we had it before Friday. Friday wasn't the first day we had our paper roller.
I think so.
It was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first day it was? I thought we used it twice already.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Friday. You did it once.
Yeah, Friday was the first day. Because lesson 15. Yeah, that was Friday. And then 14. Yeah, 14 we were still on the plotting and equivalents. He probably has it in his book. No?
No, it's,
No?
I have to print it. We had,
We had
because
an
we had to
extra,
give
but-
these some,
Yeah.
let me see. But right now, ask them all to look at the paper rollers because.
Okay, everybody show me your paper roller. Does everybody have one? Maddie, Benj, Gavin?
Benjamin, I know. Why aren't you holding your ruler?
Where's your ruler, Benjamin?
Huh?
Okay, Maxwell.
I'll get him one.
Do you want to work it with Stevens for now so we can, or no?
I'll just do it.
Okay. Okay, Miss Parr's gonna get you one, Maxwell. Okay, guys, let's look at, everybody can put their ruler down, okay? And we're gonna, let's count by halves, okay? So you're gonna count with me and you're gonna follow along, okay? So what is this right here? 0 halves, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves, 6 halves, 7 halves, 8 halves, 9 halves, 10 halves, 11 halves, 12 halves, 13 halves, 14 halves, 15 halves, 16 halves. Okay? And then it's, let me see, 36. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's count by fourths, okay? Do you remember what tick marks are our fourths?
Quarters.
Where are the fourths at on the ruler though? Are they right here? Yes, okay. So now I'm gonna start at the 0 and I want you guys to count with me, okay? So 0 fourths, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths, 5 fourths, 6 fourths, 7 fourths, 8 fourths, 9 fourths, 10 fourths, 11 fourths, 12 fourths, 13 fourths, 15 fourths, 16 fourths, 17 fourths, 18 fourths, 19 fourths, 20 fourths, 21 fourths, 22 fourths, 23 fourths, 25 fourths, 26 fourths, 27 fourths, 28 fourths, 29 fourths, 30 fourths, 31 fourths, 32 fourths. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
You skipped like 24.
Oh, really?
something else.
Sorry, all these fourths, huh? Okay, so do you guys see how many fourths so each time we go up, right? So if I were to ask you how many fourths are in 6, you would have to count each tick mark along the way on the ruler to see how many you got to 6. Okay, today what you're going to do is you're going to measure the length of the crayons that we put on your desk and we're going to plot them to show the data. Okay, so the broken crayon that was already on your desk when you got here, go ahead and put it to your ruler. starting at 0, and see where about it ends. Okay? Okay, my crayon, if you look up here, ends at about, where's my crayon end, guys?
Make sure it's lined up at the end.
Line it right up at the 0, that's where it starts.
Mine's about one
That's weird. On the projector.
one
let me
whole.
see something. Right there. I think the projector distorts it. So make sure for them, what they see, see like, if you want to make sure, yeah. Like, let's even put that paper off so that way.
Basically just 2 inches. Mine is 2 inches and 30
Because
centimeters.
they have to see what, you know,
Yeah.
right there.
Okay, so looking at my crayon up here, where do you guys see that it ends? Cassette? 2.5, right? So can we label the tick marks on the ruler? Yes or no, guys? And do you think that that would help, right? Because if I have to sit here and go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, I can just label it, right? And it would make it easier. Okay, so what fraction does the tick mark represent for my crayon? Cosette told us. What did she say? Cosette? Well, it was at the 2.5, right? That's where it ended. That's how long my crayon is. So this mark right here represents a half, right? Because it's one interval away from 2 and an interval away from 3. So this one I can, and it's proportioned into 2 equal parts, right? Right at the half mark. So I can label this 1/2. Okay, this one right here also, I know it's a half because this is 1/4. This is 2/4. I'm sorry, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1. I know it's half because I'm one interval away from 1 equally, and I'm equally one interval away from 0. So this is also my half. Okay, where do I have my half between the 2 and the 1? Estella? What line would be my half? Between the middle, right? Because it's an equal interval away from each one. So what you're going to do is neatly, and you guys got to write small and neat, label your halves. Okay? That way there you know where your half marks are.
Make sure you tell me this is 0, 1/2, this is 2 halves, but we're not going to label it.
Okay.
Like this
So-
is a half too, but we're not going to label it.
So this is 0, right? And then we have 1/2. This is 2 halves, but it's already labeled 1. So am I going to label it 2 halves? No, I'm going to leave it at the whole number at 1. And this is 1.5, and this is going to be 2. We're not going to label it 2/6 or 6 halves. We're then going to move on to the 2.5. Okay, 3 is not going to be labeled into a fractional because it's a fractional unit. It's already a whole number. Okay, so label your half tick marks. Everybody should label their marks.
Start labeling your marks. Not too big because you have to save room for future labels also.
Make sure it's neat writing so that you can read.
Come on.
Oh,
Six halves.
yeah.
So because what they hear, they can't. You know,
Okay.
like, they'll think of.
Okay, does everybody have their ruler labeled? Who's not done? And Gavin? Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna count by halves, okay? So you'll watch me first and then we'll do it together. So this is 1/2. This is 1.5.
No.
I'm sorry, this is 1. And then this is 1.5. This is 2. This is 2.5. 3. 3.5. 4. 4.5. 5. 5.5. 6. 6.5. 7. 7.5. So now count with me, okay? We're starting at half. Everybody? Half. 2. 4.5. 5. 5.5. 6. 6.5. 7. 7.5. 8. Okay? Okay, so now, okay, what fraction does this tick mark represent? Right here. Which one does that represent? This fraction right here, or this tick mark. What fraction does it represent? Allie?
Oh, I was just stretching.
Okay, but what fraction does it represent? What's that, I'm sorry? Okay, so let's, how many tick marks do we have before we get to 1? We start at 0. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So what would it, how many intervals was it from 0 to 1? Was 3, right?
4.
4, okay.
Your spaces.
Oh, the space. Okay, so 0, what would this be then? 0? 0 fourths. So what would this be? 1/4. And what would this be? Okay, it would also be, the equivalent fraction is 2/4. And then what's this one? 3/4. And then 1 whole, right? Which is 4/4. So we know that these tick marks are what? 1/4, right? They're fourths.
No one should be playing right now with their pencils.
Okay. So it represents 1/4 because we know from 0 to 1 it's partitioned into 4 equal parts, right? We had 4 parts to get to 1. Okay, so now we're going to label them fourths, okay? So if I label this 1/4, am I going to label this 2/4? No, it's already labeled at 1/2, right? So we're going to leave it that way. What am I going to label this one? 3/4. And then what am I going to label this one? 1, right? I'm not going to label it 4/4. It's already labeled 1. What's this one? 1/4.
Yes.
Okay, and then what's this one?
1/2.
1/2. We're going to leave it at 1/2. It's already labeled. What's this?
3/4.
What is it?
3/4.
3/4. And then I'm going to, what am I going to label this?
2.
2. What's this one going to be labeled?
1/4.
What's this labeled?
2. 1/2.
1/2. We leave it at 1/2, okay? It's already labeled. So what's this?
3/4.
Okay, and then I come to a whole number of 3. Okay, so right now go ahead and label your fourths, 1/4 and 3/4. Okay? Make sure you're paying attention and that you're not making them all 1/4. The equal distance is 1/4, but they have a different value, okay? Because there's 4 intervals between each whole number.
Make sure you should reiterate to them 1/4. 2/4 is already 1/2. Rephrase that.
Okay. And we're not going to label 1/2 2/4. We're not going to label that because we already have 1/2 labeled. Here we're not going to say 4/4 because it's already 1. Okay? So if we already have a label, we don't label it. Everybody needs to label their tick marks, okay? You should be at your 1/4 and your 3/4. Did you label yours, Mason?
I'm labeling it now.
Can we zoom in so we can see it? Okay. Like really good. Wait, you pushed it back.
Oh, sorry.
Push it back. Just for a few seconds and then I'll put it smaller.
Okay.
And then this would be a good time to like kind of just walk around and make sure they're all like
Okay.
on track.
Okay.
Each one of these is 1/2. All your middle lines you can call for 1/2. We're already on the board, so get all your 1/2s later. Sit up.
Okay, so now we're gonna count by fourths again, but this time we'll count the measurements on the ruler. Okay, so we're gonna start. Okay, we're gonna start at 0. Okay, ready? Let's go. 0, 1/4, 2/4, or 1/2, I'm sorry, 1/2, 3/4, 1. This is 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 5 3/4, 6, 6 1/4, 6 1/2, 6 3/4, 7, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, 8. Okay. So let's see, Mason. What's this number? 4 and
And a half.
so 4 1/2, right? Okay. Angel, what is this number? And 6 1/4, right? Okay. Amia, what's this number? What is it? I'm sorry? What is this number? What would it be as a unit like we just read? So but this is 1/2 is right here, right? This is 1/2. By itself, that represents 1/2. If I'm pointing right here, what do you have to say before 1/2? What is the whole number? What's that? It's 3, because we're at 3. 3 1/2, okay? So let's count again, okay? So we start with 0, and then we go 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, I'm sorry, 1/4. 1/2, 3/4, 1.
1.
1 and 1/4.
1 and 1/4.
1 and a half.
1 and a half.
1 and 3/4.
1 and 3/4.
2.
2.
2 and 1/4.
2 and 1/4.
2 and
3/4.
a half. 2 and 3/4. 3. 3 and 1/4. 3 and a half. 3 and 3/4. 4. 4 and 1/4. 4 and a half. 4 and 3/4. 5. Leah, what is this number? Very good. Maxwell, what's this number?
5.
Got it? Come on. You know what it is.
5 and a 4.
5 and 1/4. Yeah, very good. Okay, Zoe, what's this number? Oh, you can't really see it. I'm sorry. There we go. What's that number? 6 and 1/2. 6 and 1/2. Okay. Maddie, what's this number? 7 and 3/4. Very good. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
If you don't understand, please raise your hand so I can go over it again. Everybody understands? Dylan, what's this number right here?
That's 3/4.
But what's the 3/4 is right here on the ruler. 3/4 is right here. I want this number right here.
Yeah, there's 3/4.
3/4 is right here though. So how can 3/4 be in two places? If it's in two places, it has to be something else, Dylan. I'm pointing physically to 3/4, but that's not the number. Because if I said, Dylan, give me the crayon is only 3/4, Dylan. If the crayon is only 3/4 long, then the crayon will only be that long starting from 0. But if I told you, Dylan, the crayon is 2 and 3/4, the crayon would be that long. Do you see a difference? Would the crayon be bigger or smaller? Bigger. So it's a bigger number. We can't just say 3/4. So what is this number then, Dylan? What's the number? 2.
Three-fourths.
2 and 3/4. Okay. Emma, what is this number?
4 and 1/4.
Very good. Spencer? What's this one? 2 and 1/4. Do you guys understand? Okay. Everybody understands, right, Amia? Everybody understands? I want to make sure you guys know, okay? Because I need you guys to help me so that I can explain it to you, okay?
Okay.
So if we don't understand something, we got to communicate with one another. Okay?
How long is it from here to here?
How long is it
From 0 to here.
Okay. I want you guys to work with your partner for about 1 minute. And what you guys are going to talk about is what's similar and what's different between the ruler and a number line. Okay? So you guys remember the number line from last week, right? What's similar and what's different from a number line? Work together and then we'll come back in a minute.
Obviously, there's a big different ways of saying our numbers. 4 4 to the end. But this.
Marcus, are you being a good partner?
So that is different.
Are you talking?
So they both go count. What? No. What? You don't know what to talk about? The rules Oh, wait, I know.
Okay, guys. What's the similarities between the ruler and the number line? Emma? They both have lines. Okay, so what are those lines? What do those lines mean? What is it telling us? What do those lines tell us? The lines show us what? What's the difference between this one and this one? Are they different numbers?
Yeah.
What are they? They're different fractions, right? So it shows us different fractional units, right? And both can do that. Number lines can do that, and so can rulers, okay? So anybody else have something different that they talked about? Bench Gavin?
A rule is this. The similarity is a measure.
Measures things, right? They can be partitioned to show different lengths, okay? A number line can be labeled in many ways though, right? Because the number line, it depends on what fractional unit you want to show. So the ruler, it shows, it's partitioned and labeled, and each unit has a specific measurement, right? So it's either, if you look at your rulers that you have in your desk, for example, the top could be inches and the bottom is going to be what? Centimeters. So those are specific, right? Whereas a number line, if I only want to show a number line that has, let's say 0 to 1, what's the fractional units that I'm going to show here? Chase?
We're gonna with what?
I'm sorry? What would be the fractional unit here? What's that?
Wait, what are you measuring again?
No, this is just a number line. I'm not measuring anything. I just made this number line.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 0. These are the whole numbers, 0 and 1. So what are these fractional units? Fourths, right? This is 0 fourths, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths. And then what is this, Chase? 4 fourths, right?
Or 1 whole.
Okay, or 1 whole, exactly. And this could also be
1, 2, 1, yeah.
1 half, because it's an equal interval, right? So this is a number line that I created, and I'm only going to take it up to 4 fourths, which is just 1. But on a ruler, if you look at the ruler, it has a specified number. I can make this bigger or smaller. A ruler already has, this is either going to be inches or centimeters, and it's already there. We can't change that. This is not inches or centimeters, but it's also fractional units, okay? So now what you guys need is you need to go ahead and open your books and pull out this paper, the grid paper. It's on page 183 in lesson 16. Okay, so everybody go ahead and tear out the sheet so you have it. 183. 183. It's lesson 16. Yes, take it out of your book, guys. Everybody gets their own. You should have your own sheet in front of you. Charlie, get your paper. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line plot with fractional measurements.
I don't see one table ready yet.
Okay, so the ruler helped us measure the length of our crayons. Now let's make a line plot to show those lengths. The ruler can also help us make a line plot because it's a number line. Okay. Our ruler is a number line for the plot line. The grid line is going to help us plot our data in straight lines. When everything is the same size, it's easier to read our data. Okay, so now you're going to take your number line and you're going to, we're not going to glue it on top of our grid. Okay, we're going to go right below. We're going to start at 0. You have to make sure you're starting up right at 0. And I want you guys to go ahead and glue it. So use your glue sticks and just glue it to the paper.
So do we start at 1/4 or the end?
Well, we start right at 0, guys.
I think we need to turn it the other direction.
Okay.
So yeah, turn it that
So a
direction.
couple more. Okay.
Hold on, I think it just does it. It showed them
It shows it just
like on the slide.
Oh.
It's like shows them this way, and then it shows them like to turn it that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So take your paper and make sure you turn it sideways, so that it can cover. It'll cover 7 inches on the ruler. Your grid, that's the side length.
Line up the 0. Make sure your tick marks are lined up. Your 0's lined up.
Before you glue it, make sure that you start at 0.
Glue it below the grid.
Yeah,
Below,
not
not on the line.
not on
Below.
top, right below.
You should be able to see the bottom line.
Turn it this way. This way.
Stop doing that.
Make sure your paper's this way. Turn your paper this way.
Hey, throw your gun away right now. You don't get it anymore today. No, throw it away. Now.
Make sure you guys start at 0. Turn your paper. It's okay. You can go this way. Okay, so glue it starting at 0. Okay. You go this way, guys.
Yeah. Don't me. You don't have your book out. Do what I asked right now.
You want to go this way. You can just put glue again. And then go this way. Use the side, guys. Did you glue yours or no? Or you did? And then we're going to start here, okay? Make sure you start it at the 0. Okay, so what attribute of the crayons are we measuring? What are we looking for when we measure this crayon? That's what the attributes are. What are we looking for? What am I doing? What am I measuring? Am I measuring what? Cassette? I'm measuring a crayon, but what specifically am I measuring? What am I looking for with the crayon? What does that say? The length, exactly. I want to know how long the crayon is, okay? So that's the attribute. I'm looking at what the length of the crayon is.
Hold on.
Okay.
We need to stop for a second because some of these kids don't have it glued and they don't have it glued in the right spot.
Oh.
You have to glue it. Everybody check your neighbor and see if you agree that they have it correct. If they don't have it correct, then help them out.
Well, how are you going to be able to read it?
Make sure your whole lines are on a grid line.
So if you go like this and I tell you plot an arrow.
See, this isn't going to work.
Where's zero? Zero's not even on the grid. So zero needs to start there. So zero needs to do that, okay?
Okay, everybody look. Do you see how the whole line is lined up on a grid line? Look at the 1 is lined up on a grid. The 2 is lined up on a grid. If yours is not lined up on a grid right here, look at this. If yours is not lined up, then yours is not going to work. Look at your 1, 2, 3. They need to be even with a grid line.
Thank you. Spencer, help Allie out, make sure she gets it.
If that's not accurate, you're never going to get anywhere in the lesson. They're going to be like, ah.
Okay, did everybody look at their partners? Are you ready, James? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, are you on a line? Okay, so like Cosette said, right, we want to measure the length of the crayon. Okay? So what unit of measurement are we using with this? What is that called, guys? What's the measurement used that we're using? Cassette? It is, but what do we call it on a ruler? What do we call the length when we look at a ruler? James?
Inches.
Inches, right? That's what our measurement is. So we know that this is, for example, 2.5 inches, right? That's how long my crayon is. Oops. Let me see how it looks up there. 2.5 inches, okay? So what I want you to, I'm going to make an X now where my crayon is, and it's right at 2.5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to plot. Do you remember on the number line when we plotted, right? Do you guys remember that? We're doing the same thing, but this is a grid. Okay, so I'm going to plot right at 2.5 inches because that's the length of my crayon. Okay? Oh, okay.
Can we plot?
Hold on momentarily. Make sure you guys write inches here. So we know that that's our measurement.
They can just write their numbers like on the side. Like afterwards when you write down like 2, 3, 4. So it's just write them down like on the side.
Here? Okay. So my crayon, go ahead and everybody can plot my crayon on their graph. So you don't have my crayon, right? But I told you where it was. It was at 2.5 inches. So everybody can plot my crayon first. Plot my crayon on your graph. What's that? Yeah, the crayon moved. But we know where my crayon length was, right? So you don't have my crayon in front of you, but we have the same ruler, and inches are inches. We all have the same inches, so we can plot it at 2.5. Yes, Benjamin. Just hold on, okay? You guys are almost gonna go to recess. Okay. So did everybody plot my crayon?
Yes.
Mason, you plotted it? You did? Where? No, you didn't plot it though. How long was it? 2.5. So you gotta put an X on that little bar right there. Okay, make sure your writing is dark enough that we can see it. Because otherwise we're not gonna see it.
Put an X on the cross, guys. You don't put an X in the box.
Right here at 2.5, okay? Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is I want you to plot your crayons, just your crayons on your paper. So measure yours and plot yours. Yes.
So I measure it. Can I write to a line like this?
Okay.
And then it's not
Well, it's not perfect because it's broken, right? So let's just kind of see a guesstimate. Right? So if we put it right there, where does it end at? About,
If it's not exactly on a
so
spot,
just make sure you plot
you
that
put
one
what
and a
it's
half.
closest to.
Did you plot yours, friend? Where's your friend?
Where's your
You gotta plot your friend. Yes.
The crayon that you had that I gave you.
Of the one. You can plot at the one. So let's plot at the one. And the X,
What should I
okay?
plot right here? Can I plot the 1/4?
I'm sorry?
Can I do it?
Yeah. So now, and write your measurement right there. So you could put my crayon.
So I plot the 1/4.
Let's see, your crayon is, yeah, it's pretty close. But yeah, you can do 2 1/4, right? It's pretty close.
I'm gonna erase this. Have them do, because they're all trying to write the colors. Will be there forever.
Oh, okay.
Just do like 2.5.
Okay, just write the numbers. You guys don't need to write
Next
purple.
one. Make sure you write your measurement.
Write your measurement so when I know what your guys is. Yes. No. You're just gonna leave it right there. So and just write your measurement. And you can put, 2.5 again, right? It's the same. Where's your pen? I know I put one. Oh. Are you gonna measure it or no? Do you want? Are you gonna participate, Dylan? Okay, well then, plot mine is 2.5, and then I want yours plotted. Yes. Yes, plot yours and mine. You should have 2 plot marks because you measured your crayon and mine crayon. Yes. So it starts at 0. So yeah, it's a little big, but we're probably here. Okay, so it's 3. Okay. Where's yours? Where's yours? Okay, you go up to this one right here. So it's what? 2 3/4? So put it right here. Okay. And then mine too. Put it on the right on the line. Right above what we can see. Just switch your wires. Which one is yours?
I usually do
Okay, just right at the low.
whenever
One number.
I either
Or you should make
find
sure you
myself
can see the
pulling
column.
them in my
You want to make sure that
or
they're
I
2 different
find them in
numbers.
the corner.
Okay, so everybody plotted their crayon, right? Yes, Cassette? I'm sorry? Just put the numbers. So you'll put my number first, which is 2.5, and then a comma, and then put your number. Okay? Okay, so now we're gonna work together, and we're gonna plot each other's, since we all have the same information with our number line, we can all plot our crayons, okay? So mine was 2.5. How about yours, Maxwell? How long was your crayon? 1/2? It was a small crayon, just 1/2? Okay, so then where on the number line, if Maxwell's is 1/2, I'm gonna plot, is this the right place to plot, Maxwell? 1 and 1/2. So over here. So do you guys see how important that is to make sure that we say the correct correct fraction, whole number in the fraction?
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between 1/2 if I plot here or if I plot 1 1/2, right? If you asked me to bring you a 12-inch sandwich, but you said just bring me half of a sandwich, would you like it if I brought you a sandwich that was only this big?
No.
No, right? But you said half, but you never said 6 1/2 or 12-inch. You said bring me half of a sandwich. That could mean any number. If you say 4 1/2, maybe I'll bring it here. But if you only tell me half, I'm only going to bring you that much, right? So there's a big difference between saying 1 1/2 or half, okay? You need to make sure if you have a whole number, we say that number with the fractional unit. Okay.
Everybody plot Max's spot.
So let's plot Max's, and then we're also going to write it. Max was 1 1/2. Okay. Yes, Holly? No, not right now.
We're not
Okay.
going to the restroom in the middle of a lesson, guys.
Okay, Maddie, how big was your crayon? 1 3/4. Okay. So then you'll plot it right here. 1 3/4, right?
Is everybody plotting it? I see lots of people not doing anything.
Okay, Numi, how big was your crayon? Two 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to go to 2 3/4, right? And I'm going to plot. Everybody plot Numi's crayon.
Wait.
Hold on, guys. What was it, Numi? 1 3/4. Okay, so we already have 1 3/4 plotted, right? So we don't need to plot Numi's.
No, we do.
Oh, we do? Or,
Yeah, you
okay.
put it above.
Oh, above? Okay.
No, Numi thought hers was 2. It's 1 3/4.
1 3/4.
So we're going to add another X above because we're making a line plot.
Okay. Let's see. But you already wrote the number, so you guys don't have to write it
You
again.
have to write it again.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
write the
we
number
did
again.
Allie.
1 3/4. So you're gonna write that one again. Okay, Chase, what was yours? 1 3/4 also, okay. So we're gonna plot 1 3/4 again on the number line. Okay, just make sure you're staying on 3/4. Emma?
Mine was 2 and 2 inches.
2 and what?
2 inches.
Okay, so we have 2. And then what fractional unit came after the 2?
No, it was just 2 inches.
Oh, just 2 inches? Okay. So Emma's was just 2. So you'll plot right on the 2. Okay. Marcus?
1 3/4.
1 3/4 again. So plot 1 3/4 once more. Okay, I got you. Spencer, how long was yours?
Mine was 1 and 1/2.
1 1/2. Allie, did you tell me your crayon length?
No.
Okay, what is yours?
It was 2 and 1/2.
2 1/2. Dylan, what's your crayon length?
My crayon length is 2 halves.
2 1/2.
Yeah, 2 and 1
Okay. There's another 2 1/2. Okay, Zoe, what's your crayon length?
3
What is it?
3
3 1/2. Okay. So I'm gonna go to 3 1/2. 3 1/2. There you go. Okay. Stella, what's your crayon length? 2 1/4. Okay. So we'll plot that. Okay. Cosette, did you tell me yours?
No.
Okay, what's yours?
1
1 and what?
1 inch.
1 inch, just 1 inch? Okay. So Cosette's is 1 inch. Okay. Elsa? 2 what? Just 2 inches? Okay. James, what's yours?
1 and 1/4 inches.
1 1/4. Maddie, did I ask yours already? I did? Okay. Benj Gavin?
1/2.
1? Just 1 inch?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 inch.
Come on, Mason.
Okay. Angel? 1 1/4 for Angel. Amia, what was yours? 1 1/2. You have a question, James?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Benjamin?
2 and 1/4.
2 and what?
One and 3/4.
1 3/4. Okay. So Benjamin is 1 3/4. So go ahead and plot it and make sure you write it down.
I think you did it on the 2.
I did.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Jalissa? 1 1/2. Okay, and the numbers are starting to go pretty high, so make sure you're using your finger to go up, because look what I did earlier. I plotted on the wrong one, okay? Let's see. Leah, I need yours, please? Or did I get it? 1 inch, okay. Okay, Ethan?
1/4.
What is it?
1/4.
1/4? So 1/4 is right here. Your crayon was only that long?
I mean, no.
What's the whole number if it's a whole number? That has to go first.
Half of a 4?
What is it?
Oh.
2.
2 holes are 1/4. 2 and 1/4.
Okay, so Ethan has 2 1/4. Okay, Charlie, what was your crayon? inches. Okay, Mason, what was your crayon length?
Gavin, pay attention. Mason, where's your pen? That was yours? Mm-hmm. So what's this number? What's this number?
2 and 1/4.
2 1/4. Okay, so now we plotted everybody's crayon, right? Okay, and what do you guys see? Okay, what does our line plot show? What does this information that we just did show us? Set? Yeah, how long everybody's crayons are, right? So this information quickly tells us that, right? And it's easy for us to share the information. Oh. So this is the length of crayons, right?
So everybody write that down.
TH?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the length of our class crayons, right?
Then Gavin, did you write that down?
Yeah.
Length of class crayons? No, you're not paying attention. You have it written down?
Okay.
It's confusing. You're not supposed to be writing the names. Did she tell you to write the names? No. Did you write the title? No, it's confusing when you're not paying attention. You're right.
Okay, why do we need to label and title the line plot but not the number line? So why did we title the line plot but not the number line? Emma?
Because if we didn't put that, it could be anything. It could be like,
It could be, but so we already said this is the length of our crayons, right? But why don't I need to label the number line? Come on, guys. Stay with me. You're going to go to recess right now. Benj Gavin?
so you can know like what is dimensional.
No, listen to my question. Why is it important for us to label this, but I don't have to label this? Why? Emma?
Because you already labeled it.
Yes, we already know this is inches, right? Because of our ruler. But all these plots don't mean anything if I don't tell you what the plots are, right? Okay. Good job, guys. Go ahead and, hold on. Let me see. Okay, you can leave your papers on your desk. Okay, everything else, make sure the crayon is still there. Your glue stick should be put away. And then push in your chair. And I'll let you go once I see your table is ready. Go back to your tables. Wait till your table's ready. You guys are all working together. If you could push in your chair though, Emma. Yes, Amia.
So you know the link that I told you? That wasn't my link. It was the one.
Okay. You could tell me when we come back. Okay, table 3 can go, table 2 can go. Table 1 can go, and 5 can go. Go ahead, guys. You can go all. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys weren't table 1. You were something else. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's still table 1.
Yeah, because I called them 1 and they sat here. Sorry, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we have to rename our tables. I didn't think about that.
I know.